When it comes to headlamps, we're always forced to make some sort of compromise. You can either go small and simple, but you're probably going to end up losing features and power source flexibility, or you can go for all the bells and whistles, but you'll end up with something big and bulky strapped to your head that's just going to weigh you down. Finding the perfect balance of compact size and true versatility is probably what I would consider a headlamp holy grail. Guys, I think Wurkkos might have just found it. So this is the newer HD12, and it's a mini right angle light. It's not just a flashlight though; it's also a headlamp, and it's absolutely packed with features that you almost never see in such a small light. This isn't a compromise; it's a complete toolkit. Hey everyone, welcome back to Torches and Tactical. My name is James, and the Wurkkos HD12 is all about cramming as much utility as possible into the smallest viable package. Let's talk about size first, then we'll get on to what all comes in the package. As far as the size, this thing is tiny. It's 84.4 mil long, and it only weighs 48 grams without that battery. It practically disappears in your hand or even on your head. So real fast, I just want to go through. Guys, let's take a look at the packaging. The old Wurkkos logo, 105 meters, 850 lumens. And you can see up here, if you want to go ahead and take a look at this, go ahead and pause real fast. But I'm going to get this out of here. And I'm going to let you know that it comes with a user manual. And there's quite a few features, including a red light. So go ahead and hang on to this for just a little bit. You also get a USB-C to C cord for keeping it topped up. And what's nice is, I said earlier, you can use this as a right angle light or a headlamp. And if you want to use it as a light, it does come with a pocket clip you can throw on there. And inside the bag, you get kind of your usual couple spare O-rings for the battery tube, the pretty generic lanyard, but it also comes with two larger rings, and this is going to be for attaching it to the headlamp strap. So you can see I already put the larger ring on here just because there's no need for the tight one right now, but it'll grip it just like so, and I'll show you guys all this here in just a little bit. But getting all this out of the way, I'm going to leave that one here. Getting all that out of the way, I definitely want to talk about the first piece of magic, and that's its power source. So you can see here that this is what sets it apart. The HD12 is dual fuel capable. What that means is that you're going to be able to put in a rechargeable 14500 lithium ion battery, or if you can't find a way to get to a charging source, or if the 14500s that you have on you die, you can go ahead and throw in a standard AA. But actually, you know what? Here, I'm going to grab one for you real fast, because you can throw in a 14500 or a standard AA battery. And just real fast, I am going to show you that you can pop in just a standard super alkaline 1.5 volt. You can slide that on there, and you can see it does turn on. Works really well, but the numbers do run a little bit lower with that AA battery. So I'm going to keep it back on the 14500 for the remainder of the video, just because that gives you a little better output. So like I was saying, with that 14500, it gives you massive flexibility, and I think it's a huge advantage for preparedness and for travel. So next up are the emitters. This isn't just a simple white light. Here, let's go ahead and turn it on. It's not just a simple white light. This has dual light sources. So you get two primary lights. Here, let me go ahead and shut it off. You get two primary white lights right here. And I think they're a beautiful 5000K. They come in at 90 CRI, which means that they're going to render colors very, very accurately. But 1, 2, 3, with a triple press, you can activate two dedicated red LEDs, and you can press and hold for different brightness levels on this as well. And I think those are going to be perfect for preserving your night vision when you're stargazing or navigating in a group at night, or even just working in the dark. But being a right angle light, its uses go way beyond with this included reflective headband. So I showed you guys earlier, I've already put the strap on here, but I mean, you can very easily toss this on here and use it as a headlamp strap, but you're not limited to that. It works great. It's very, very lightweight. Like I said earlier, 48 grams. It is a little heavier, but you know, as far as what's just set up on the front of your head, it's not a heavy experience at all. But like I said, it does go above and beyond just being that headlamp, because it does have a magnet in that tail cap too. So I'm going to grab a knife And you guys will be able to see that it works quite well with being secured as a magnetic work light. So you can change the angle and it stays really, really well. So I know this is a pretty thick blade, but as far as being able to use that right angle magnetic work light, it sticks firmly to pretty much any metal object. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit better the thicker it is. And I think it offers an incredible feature for that hands-free work if it's on your car, in a fuse box, or pretty much any metal surface. And guys, the build quality is fantastic. It is fully IP68 waterproof, so that means it's dust tight and can even be submerged in water. And it has a safety lock to prevent you from turning it on in your pocket, which I think are must-have features. So in order to activate that safety lock, all you got to do is 1, 2, 3, 4, and you get that double light right there. And now sure, it'll give a quick little 2 indicator blast, but it's not going to turn on in your pocket and melt those cargo shorts or whatever you're wearing. 1, 2, 3, 4. So guys, if we are talking about those numbers on a 14500 battery, this white light puts out an impressive 850 lumens. It does use a boost constant current driver, which means that you'll get the stable, non-dimming output for most of that battery's life. The beam profile comes in at a combination of a 29-degree spot beam and 120 degrees for that flood. What that means is that you're going to get the best of both worlds with this. It has that defined center beam so you can see what's ahead of you, and it has that wide, soft flood to illuminate the area at your feet or in your side periphery. I think it's incredibly useful, and it's a great all-purpose beam. Now, I do want to say that now that I was just talking about that, I do want to get this outside so you guys can see how that 29-degree spot and the 120-degree flood works. And if it's, I've already tested it before. I know it's usable, but I want to know what you guys think. So let's go ahead and get this outside. All right, let's do it.
All right, guys, tonight we are out with the Wurkkos HD12. That's right, just like the HD10. However, this one gives you AA support. So I am going to test it with the 14500. I'm going to go ahead and do a press and hold first. So this is 1 lumen moonlight mode. You're probably not going to see that on camera though. And I'm just going to ramp up until we hit high, and then I'll go to turbo for you. And turbo is going to be 850 lumens. So here, let's just go ahead and press and hold. Okay, you can see that one down on the bottom a little bit. Let's go to press and hold. This is medium. Press and hold again. So this is high. But if you want to see all 850 lumens and that 105 meters of throw, let's go ahead and do a double press. 1, 2. This is 850 lumens. I think this is throwing quite well for such small TIR optics. But let's go ahead and do, let's go ahead and step down, turn it off. I'm going to do a 1, 2. I am going to do a 1, 2, 3. And you can see that red light mode now. I'll walk out there just so you can see how well it does bleed out through the atmosphere. So we have the Wurkkos HD12 with that red light. So you can see it does light up quite well. This will definitely save your night vision if you find yourself in a situation where you're needing that red light so you can keep your night vision without having to give up good output. But now that we've seen that, actually, I'll go ahead and just do a double press again. 1, 2. You can see that 850 lumens. Now that we have seen the Wurkkos HD12 in its native environment, oh, hey, there's a cat. Let's go ahead and get back inside.
All right, guys, we went outside and we were able to see what I think is a pretty beautiful beam. I think it looks really, really good. And after testing the Wurkkos, I'm genuinely impressed. This is probably one of the most versatile and well thought out mini headlamps that I've used in a long, long time. I think the pros are numerous. You got that dual fuel capability. I think it's a game changer for preparedness. The dual color output with the high CRO white lights, that's incredibly useful too. And that magnetic tail cap, IP68, compact size. I can go on and on and on about this. I think for the price, it's fantastic, and it makes a true do-it-all tool. I think the only potential con is that they're not trying to get the absolute brightest light on the market. Um, at 850 lumens, I think it prioritizes a high quality, stable output and versatility over that raw, unregulated power, which for its intended use, frankly, I think it's the absolute right choice, but others may disagree. So when I think about who this is for, I think it's for a smart camper, the prepared hiker, the mechanic, or even a DIYer. I think it's for anyone who needs a small, lightweight, and incredibly flexible lighting tool that won't leave them stranded if their rechargeable battery dies. So being able to access those AA batteries, pop it in, and you get that lower but still fantastic output. I think that's wonderful. I think it's a perfect light for your glove box, a bug out bag, or even an everyday toolkit. So guys, the Wurkkos HD12, it's a fantastic piece of engineering that proves that you don't need a huge light to have a ton of features. It's a very tiny toolkit that punches way above its weight class, and I want to know what you guys think about it. Well, what do you think? Do you like the dual fuel AA and 14500 capability? Is that a must-have feature for you? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. As always, if you enjoyed this review, hit that like button and make sure you're subscribed to Torches and Tactical for more gear reviews. Stay safe and stay lit.